Hello and good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I would like to welcome you all to our today's session of AITS Tech Talk webinar. In today's webinar, we will take you through the application management for AVEVA system platform, as well as showing you some important troubleshooting steps. My colleague Munzer Karhani will be guiding us for the coming 45 minutes, so please feel free to type any questions you have during the session in the question box, and we'll be answering it at the end of the session. Now, I just leave you in safe hands with my colleague Munzer. Hi, Munzer.
Hi Nader, how are you? Hi everyone. As explained by Nader, today we will talk about some, we call it application management, a few tools that allow us to maintain and to manage our application, to manage our object. It's specifically for system platform, and we will finish with some common troubleshooting issues. So first we will talk about how and where to use the export import for objects. How and where to use the Galaxy DOM and Galaxy Load. Then we will talk about the backup, how to make the Galaxy backup. So once you finish your project, you want to make the backup. So we will make the Galaxy backup and the IOs, the backup of the device integration. And we will finish with two common steps or two common issues that giving some hints about some troubleshooting. This webinar, it will be just a practice webinar, so we will go directly to a demo and we'll show you the steps how to do it one by one. So let's go for it. And we have here the Galaxy. So first, the export, import, and object. Where to use an export, where and how to use an export, how to use to export an object. So first, we need to understand that when you're exporting an object, you're exporting everything with it. So you are exporting the object, the attribute, the configuration, even the related graphics. You're exporting as well the parents objects. You're exporting everything with it. We use to export an object when we have a template that we need to save it somewhere, and we want to use it to other galaxies, so we can use it anywhere we want. So once we export it, this is an object. It's under AA package or AA PKG orchestra package that it's as a template. We can export a template, or we can export as well an instance. So there is no restriction about it. It's very easy, very straightforward. So just check the object that you want, one or several objects, or even the containment. You can check just check what you want to export. Right click and you'll find something here, export objects. In my case, I will only export not an instance. I'll go for the instance later on. I will export the template valve. This valve is coming, if you want to check it from the derivation, this is a valve. It's coming from a user defined. So user defined, this is the parent, it's directly coming, and then I have a valve as a template. It's not an instance. Right click, export object, and simply go and save it somewhere you want. That's it. So as you see here, always look at these messages. As you see from the message, I'm exporting the valve as well, the parent templates with an S, and every related graphic with it. Why I need it? Because now it's a independent entity that I can install it anywhere, and I'm 100% sure that it will be recovered. So how to get this valve? Simply go for Galaxy, import an object, and go for the valve that I save it later. Now, right now, I export it, and you get this message. Let's explain this message a little bit. Again, what I'm explaining now is very useful and very important for the operators operating during the operating as well during the configuration. So first, I have object with the same tag name and code base as an existing object. So that means if the object that I'm exporting have I already have in my Galaxy an object that have the same name with the imported one and same code base. That means it's same configuration or same way of doing. That means this valve is coming from the user defined. So it's the same code base. So what to do? Because I'm not allowed to have the same object twice. I don't have the same redundant object twice. I can, with the same name, it's not allowed to have the same name, same tag base in my Galaxy. So what I have to do? Even skip, that means do not import, or overwrite if the imported one have a higher version. That means if the version of the one is higher, imported, or overwrite whatever or regardless the configuration version. What is the configuration version? It's simply from the template. It's an attribute related to the template. If you go right click and properties, go for the attributes, you have here something called version. Let's go for it. Configuration version. Okay. This configuration version, if it's a fresh object, the value is 1. And every time you make a configuration, open the object, change, and check in and check out the object, it will be increased by +1. So let's close this one, the valve. Now I have it's let's check, and I will add a new attribute, for example, and then I will leave it as an attribute. Let's save. This is attribute underscore 001. Okay. So now it will be propagated. The configuration version will be increased by +1. That's it. Remember, the one that I exported, the configuration version is actually, see, 13 now. It's actually 12. So once I want to import, let's go, click, import an object. Here, go for valve, open. This is the question. Is it a higher version? In my case, it's not a higher version. The one that I'm importing is 12, and the one that it's existing is actually 13. So if I click on OK, it will not import. It's already exists, so it will pass. If I want to overwrite, I have to go import object and check here, overwrite regardless the configuration version. So this is 1. 2, base templates with different version. So what we have to do, even skip, do not migrate the base template. What is the base template? Is actually the template that's coming with Orchestra. This is the protected template one. So base template, analog device or user defined, migrated if it's an older version, or skip. This is the second option. Third option, if I have same object, same tag name, that means I have another valve, but this valve have different code base. That means it's made in a different way. What to do? Skip, rename the existing one, the one exists in my Galaxy, or rename the importing one. So the one that I want to import, rename it to new, because again, I'm not allowed to have the same name, two objects with the same name in my Galaxy. Last but not least, and this is checked by default, never overwrite an unprotected object. That means I can export an object as protected. And if I want imported, do not overwrite an unprotected object. Why? Because here, if I go and export as protected object, my object will be locked. The one that I have, it will be locked and it will be on reads only. So if I import it again and I overwrite my valve, the valve will be locked and it will be in read-only mode. We don't recommend it unless you have a 100% template that you want to lock it. But remember, once you have a protected object, this object cannot be changed. It's read-only. So this is regarding the read-write, export, import, and object. This is the first tool. Second tool, again, where to use it? I told you we can use it to have a template and use it for anywhere or any Galaxy. The second one is to Galaxy dump and Galaxy loads. So, and this one only work for instances. So it needs to have an instance to load and dump an object. So I have here an example. This is a mixer 100. To mixer, I have to check everything and right click, go to export, but Galaxy dump. What I'm doing right now is I'm actually dumbing or creating a CSV file that have the information about this object, not the object itself, but the information about it. Where to use this one? I can use it to create, and there is many people here. You can make a macro to create a new mixer. So only change it. Let's check it together. I will make a CSV file. I'll name it mixer 100. This is my CSV file, and I'm actually dumbing the information about this this object. So if you go for the mixer, this is the one that I saved. It's a CSV file having all the information. Let's open it together. If you have a historian client, the Excel will take a little bit longer to load. Now remember, this method is used, as I said, for instance, in case one, I want to change something, but I would like to change it from the Excel file. So I can do it from here. This is one. Two, if the object itself has been corrupted and all my configuration have been made from the template and I want to recover my object, I can simply undeploy the object, change the name of the object. Okay, so right click, dump the object, export Galaxy DOM, this one. So like it's agitator. Change the name and then import the new one. So it will be created differently. So change it here to AG_002, for example. Yes, I want to rename it. And then just giving to rename the object. Again, what I'm doing, this is in case this object is corrupted. For example, let's import Galaxy load in this case. Give the agitator, this is the one that I exported. And here I will get the same message. Replace the entire instance. In case I'm importing an object that have the same name in my Galaxy, what to do? Replace the entire instance, or update the existing instance, or skip. Do not import this object, or stop the load, stop the whole Galaxy load. That means I'm importing here several objects. Once I reach an object that already exists, stop it, stop the whole load. So the first one is skip this object. The second one is stop the whole load. In my case, it doesn't matter because I'm sure that agitator_001, I already changed the name, so it will not be there. And start assign to area, I'm assigning. And as you see, it will be generated. There it is, agitator_001. Same instance, same tag name. So in this case, I'm regenerating the corrupted object from the template. So as if I'm recreating it. So in case I make any minor change for this object, it will be recreated in my the imported object. This is one. Two, this object is actually a CSV file. So we can, it's a comma delimited. You can change it from text to column. Let's make it, it's a delimited. It's not a tab, it's comma delimited, and finish. And in this case, it's you can read it in an easier way. Now, this object or this CSV file, you can change mixer 100 to mixer 200, for example. But you have to make sure that these information will stay with the same syntax. So if in case you want to create a new object with a CSV file, so let's go here, let's replace. I want to create mixer 500, so mixer 200, change it to mixer 500, right? And replace all. And not only this, okay, replace all, sorry. And not only this, the contained object must to be changed from _001, for example, to _005, replace all. Okay, that's it, close. And you can create many different objects in this way. Now there is a lot of people who have a macro, and you can generate a bulk file that you can generate. Just tell me what are the number of objects that you want from 1 to 1000 object, and auto generate the bulk, and you'll have 1000 objects. But what's important, the important is to have the template is already exist. If this template doesn't exist, it will not be regenerated in my Galaxy. Once I'm done with my file, I have to save as. Remember, you have to save. This is mixer 500, for example, and I want to save it. Remember, as comma delimited. This is a CSV comma delimited. Yep. And save. Next, as I made before, yes. So next time I close, no, next close, do not save. And then just import, and you'll have mixer 500 to assign it to what area. You can, as I said, you can generate this CSV file with a macro that can generate thousands and thousands of objects. So those are the two tools. This second tool is how to use it or where to use it. I use it in case I have an object that is already corrupted, or I want to generate many objects instead of right-click create a new instance. I can create it from a CSV file. Okay. So those are the first two ways to make it. The third thing I want to show you is how to make a backup for your Galaxy. So let's minimize. The backup of Galaxy, you have to be on your Galaxy repository. So go to your Galaxy repository, open the SMC, System Platform Management Console, and you'll find Galaxy Database Manager. So simply right-click, alarm, and go for backup. During the backup, you have to not change your application anymore. Okay, so you have to stop the application or close the IDE, and then you can go for yes, go for your backup on the desktop, put it wherever you want. So here you can save it. Now in my case, it will take a little bit of time. So this way I have a backup, another Galaxy that I can show you how to. This is you have a backup. I have a backup here. My colleague Janine already made a Galaxy called Janine test_test. This is another Galaxy. So this is the Galaxy actually, and you can go and put it anywhere. Now, how to put it or how to restore your Galaxy? As simple. You have two methods actually. The first one is you have to create a Galaxy with the same name of your Galaxy that you make the backup. So as well, you can go for the SMC, right-click, and restore. The first rule must to have the same name. If you choose another Galaxy and you restore it with a different name, you cannot. You will get, let's wait, you get the name is not right. You have to, the name of Galaxy to be restored. It should be the same name of the name Janine test. I have my Galaxy is alarm CC, so I'm restoring a Galaxy name Janine_test. This is wrong. This is why I must to have the same name. So what if I have a backup template something? So my Galaxy is a template. How to generate a new Galaxy, or I restore a Galaxy from another a template, or from a Galaxy from another name. So I want to change the name. In this case, just copy your Galaxy, your backup, and you have to put it actually in, go for your C, where the application is installed, the application path. So program file x86 if I'm using Windows 64. Let's go for Orchestra, Framework, bin. You'll find here Galaxy Backup. There it is, something here, backup. Okay, backup Galaxies, and past here. So I have it right here. My Galaxy that I restore it is insisted in here. So what I have to do, I have to create a Galaxy. This way, let me just here change Galaxy, Galaxy status, change Galaxy. So once I want to how to restore it, I have to create the Galaxy from the old galaxy. So from the new galaxy. So here I have to go for new, go for the galaxy types, and I can find it here. And then put the galaxy name, the one that you want. So testing 1, 2, 3 until worker. So I'm creating a galaxy from the restored galaxy. That means I'm making the restored galaxy as a type or galaxy type or a template. So this is the two methods of backup. Last but not least, to have a complete backup, you have as well to back up your operation integration management or the device integration want. So I have here a Modbus, and I want to go to back up my configuration here. I want to back up my configuration with device, with item name, with etc. How to make the backup for this one? It's very simple. Just go for, let's go C, double click, go for program data, Wonderware, OI server. You have operation integration supervisory here. What is my driver is OI MBTCP. Go for OI MBTCP, and simply this is the file AA config or CFG or orchestra configuration. This is the file of configuration. Copy, just to put it anywhere you want, and go for paste. And here you have the galaxy and the device integration. Go for the product or the real-time or runtime application or host, and restore the galaxy and restore the DI server. This is what I want to show you, how to manage your application. Last but not least, some common troubleshooting in case you are facing these two common issues. The first one is how to troubleshoot my connectivity, my device integration connectivity. So let's open to make the to troubleshoot the communication with the PLC. You have just to understand how the data is going. It's going from PLC to my device integration to my my object to my device integration object to my application object. So even you start from the beginning to the end, from the application object to the PLC, or from PLC to application object. You have to do it and track the configuration this way. So in my case, I will start from object to device integration object to the driver to my PLC field. This is why I need to open my object viewer. I already prepared it in here. I have heat exchanger. This is the PLC. This is an object. I have to show even the input source if it's read, or the output source if it's write. Then I have the device integration object, which is simulator. With connectivity, it's already connected. And I'm checking, let's open it here, the simulator. I'm checking the heat exchanger itself. So let's start with the object. If the object here is showing bad communication, this is quality. Let's see, is it connected to the simulator? Then I have to check my input source. My input source must to have the name of the device integration object dot the name of the topic or the topic name. Let's go here. The topic name, it must to be in my case. I'm showing here the simulator. So let's go for the topic name, device group. So topic is fast. It must be fast there in my galaxy. So topic dot the reference, the addressing. This is right, and it's still bad. Check my simulator. Is it connected? If it's not connected, even you have to connect it manually if it's the DE Suite Link client. For more details here, you can check at the same time the video that we made about scripting. We made a script to auto reconnect the DE Suite Link, and check the device integration video. So this is how to make sure about the configuration that is connected. Still not connected, or it is connected, but I still have a bad value. Check in here. this value. This value is from the simulator, the DD Suite link, to the device integration. If this one is changing and I have a good value and this one have no good value, still this one is connected and I'm sure about the input source, then maybe the heat exchanger, this object is corrupted. So I might remove it or delete it and create a new one, or the same that I just explained about the Galaxy dump, Galaxy load can fix the issue. Second, if it's still connected, but I don't have data here and there from the simulator or from the object, open the driver itself under diagnostic, go for device group and check. This one, is it green, the device group? Is it green? Could be green, red, or yellow. Green, that means I'm already connected to PLC. Red, that means I'm not connected. Yellow, that means something is connected, some are not connected. Open it here. So if you find those are the whole object, if you find that this object is missing, doesn't exist here, that means there is a miscommunication between the object and the server. Could be the server, you have to check the configuration of the server itself. If it's green, that means it's still connected. It is connected, it's fine. But if it's green and there is no value, in this case, you have to check the cybersecurity. Maybe it's blocked the OPC configuration. Okay, if it's red, that means there is something missing from the server to the PLC. So you have to check the configuration with the PLC, the configuration from the PLC, or from the configuration of your server itself. From here, you have to make sure about it. So that means if you have it red, that means I don't have any issue between the object to the server. The issue is from the server to the PLC. This is in general. Last but not least, another common issue is when, let me open my Galaxy again. So it's a post system platform. I'm sorry, it's okay. System platform IDE. Last issue is sometimes happened when I try to deploy, and I'll get some issues. Let's wait just the Galaxy to open. I'll minimize everything. Okay, from deployment, I have this platform. Right click and deploy. Before doing any deployment, if you have a big application, once you are deployed, we recommend to not cascade from platform, try to cascade from the engine. And if you have a really complicated object, do not cascade from engine, try to cascade from areas. Now, if you are doing a deployment, right click and deploy, okay. This is very important to read the warning in here. So here, warning, what's happening? This warning will give you a very clear hint about what's happening here. So in my case, deployment selected object with platform 2 hosted alarm, the version, okay, I have failed to create remote interface with version. So what's wrong is it? I couldn't reach, so I cannot communicate with remote nodes. Why? If you are sure that the communication, the configuration, the nodes, the address are 100% right, you don't have any configuration issue and still getting this this communication, check the priority of your network, check the firewall, check the antivirus. Now, about the priority of the network, we already talked about it in the best practice video. I will recommend you to look at the best practice video. Now, in case it's written here that there is another, or it's already deployed, this is already deployed. That means the platform is already there, it's deployed, but it's still showing that's undeployed. So what to do? Go for deploy. Mark here deploy status mismatch. So once it's mismatched with the deploy status, mark as deployed. Click on OK. So it will mark as deployed. Not in my case, because this one, it doesn't exist. It will show you as undeployed, then undeploy and redeploy again. If it's still not working, or there is another galaxy that you cannot find here, it will show you actually in the warning that there is another galaxy, it's already deployed, what to do. In this case, you have to go to locally open the PC, or remotely, I mean, open the PC, go for the platform manager. Here, remove local platform. Before 2014 R2 SP1, there was the platform killer. Platform killer is not working anymore. So instead of using a platform killer to kill a platform, remove it from SMC. This is the first way. So it will remove and erase it from your system. In case the platform is corrupted and it's removed from here, but still giving the same message, and this is the last thing to do, to erase it from the registration. So you have to go for the Windows registration, and here you have to put reg edit. In the registration editor, go to HKey local machine, software. In case you have Windows 64, go for WoW 6432 node. In case your Windows is 32, you don't need to go directly to Orchestra. So open WoW 6432, then Orchestra. Framework. This you have to do it locally on the corrupted platform. What to do? Go for cluster information and erase, delete the cluster information. This means this node is part of a Galaxy name alarm CC, and the Galaxy repository is a TS server. Okay, then go for platform here and erase the platform nodes. Then go back to Galaxy repository and try to redeploy. But be careful, don't do anything else. Be careful here. This part here is the Windows registration. So try not to play with it a lot, because it's a little bit dangerous if you erase something from Windows that doesn't supposed to be erased. But this is what I show you, and in this case, I'm 100% sure that the platform is not deployed, is erased. Once I redeploy, I can redeploy it on an empty or in clean platform. So that's it from my side. So what we covered: export import. When to use it is we have to use it when we have during the development, to have a template as a separate entity. I can use it anywhere. Galaxy dump and Galaxy load is to save the configuration information. So I need the template, I need the objects, I'm just having the information. I can create a new template, new instance. I can only load a new instance. And Galaxy and device integration backup, we already did the backup for the OI. It's simple. The device integration, simply copy paste the file. And for the Galaxy, right click backup, and how to restore it, I show it in 2 different ways. And last but not least, 2 different troubleshooting methods. One for the communication issue, and the other one is for the deployment issue. It's very common. Yeah, we can go for more for troubleshooting, but this is the common issue, and the let's say the overview of troubleshooting that you can use it and look at it once you are doing any type of troubleshooting. So I would like to say that's it. In case if there are any question, please.
Thank you, Munzir. Thank you for the session, and I hope everyone found it interesting and valuable. Now let's give 5 to 10 minutes for the Q&A. As we have mentioned before, you can feel free to type the question you have in the question box. Munzir, to start, we received a couple of questions. The first one, an export import, what's same code base and different code base? Can you help with this question, please?
Okay. Yes. In import export, let me open it and show again. This is very important. Okay. Once you are importing here, let me open it again. It's here in my assets. So I export a valve. This valve is created from a user defined. So right click, new derived instance is user defined. You have a valve. So this is the code base. That means it's programmed in this way. let me create another. Okay, let me go here and create a derived template. I will name it. Let's name it temp. Okay, and this temp is from analog device, right? So right click, new. I will export it and put it in my. Let's go for object and put it in my desktop. So this is a temperature. This is from analog device. Okay, now I will erase it, delete, and I will create another one here and we'll call it device temp, and I will name it temp, same name, temp. Now let me try to import the other temp object. So temp. If same code base, that's mean the one that I erased. Now I'm trying to import it. That's mean temp. It's coming from analog device, and I'm importing another temp coming from analog device. The same structure. This was means of code base. What to do? It's not allowed. That means the same object. Not allowed to have the same name. So even overwrite or skip. Now, if I want, in my case here, I have a temp coming from the user defined, and I'm importing a temp coming from analog, two different structure. So it's two different object. What to do? Even skip or rename the one inside. This means rename this one to old, or rename the one that I'm importing. In my case, I will rename the one in my Galaxy. So see, it's old now, and I'm importing the new one. I can only have this one if both of them have different structure, different configuration way, or different code base, different programming. They are programmed in different ways. That's what the meaning of code base. Okay, I think this will cover the idea about code base. Is it clear?
Yes, Munzer, thank you so much. Second one. Yeah, second question, please. Can I restore a Galaxy with different version?
With different version.
Yep.
Okay. Yes, but first, when you are restoring a Galaxy, in here I don't have to demonstrate because I don't have a Galaxy with different version. You can restore a Galaxy from older version to new version, but from new version to old version you cannot. That means if I have an IDE in 2017, I can restore any version before that. Now for this one, please look at the README file for any software you are installing. It will tell you what are the versions that you can migrate. In this case, we call it migrate. So once you are restoring, it will show you a warning or a message. This is from the older version. Do you want to migrate? So I'm migrating from a version to a new version. And what are the versions that I can directly migrate to the software that exists? Read the README file of the software. This is one to put in your mind. From old to new, yes, you can. From new to old, you cannot. Second thing, you have to make sure what type of SQL you have. So if you are migrating from SQL standard and the Galaxy is made in SQL standard and you want to migrate it to SQL Express, I think it will make you some issues in here. You cannot. SQL must have as well the same type. So it's well shown here in the README file. Yes?
Okay, Munzer. Thank you. Next question. Sorry, I have a lot of noise here. Is there any way for Auto Galaxy backup?
Auto Galaxy backup, yes, and there is a tech note in about it. There is a way an Auto Galaxy backup, but why you need a backup, an Auto Galaxy backup? You don't need it only if you are developing. Once you are developing, you need a backup. Galaxy is not or Galaxy repository is not a runtime. So every day, if you're not doing a new development, you don't have any new change. There is a way with a lot of scripting in behind. There is a tech note about it. We might share, or you might go and search for the in Knowledge Center about it, and you'll find how to do it. But there is a lot of scripts, and I don't recommend it. But just when you are developing, make a backup once you start the development, and make a backup at the end. If there is no development, there is no change in your Galaxy, no need for the backup. What you need to make a backup is actually the history, but this is another topic. A runtime change, a backup of a Galaxy is not a backup for runtime. There is, yes, it is, but no really need for it.
Perfect. Okay, Monzer, we still have questions, but let me know, because this question maybe needs a lot of explanation. Someone is asking, I'm having issues in object PV, which is connected to same PLC and 2 out of 3 PV scaled in Wonderware, giving correct value, but the third one giving some wrong value. How to troubleshoot?
So could you please repeat the question here?
Yeah, I'm having issues in object PV, which is connected to same PLC, and 2 out of 3 PV scaled in Wonderware, giving correct value, but the third one giving wrong value. How to troubleshoot?
Well, we have
yeah.
yes, okay. This type of question, when we have to look at it directly. I mean, the one that I show you here, what's how to track the issue. So you don't have any communication issue. So here you have to put our hands on. That means I really recommend here to send to support@aitsmina.com and check closely what's wrong here, because it might be the scaling, it might be from the object itself, it might be from make sure here, I will give a hint about it. If you open let's open this an analog attribute. Let's go for temperature first. I will tell you if that means it's the communication is fine, because he said 2 values out of 3 are working fine. Make sure about the scaling in IO. This is first. Let's go for advanced here. This is feature, it's an IO, so go for advanced and look at the scaling. Look at the scaling. So raw value is from 0 to 100. This is what I'm reading from the PLC. The engineering value, it's what represent in real life. So for example, in my case in here, I have a process value. I'm reading from the PLC the value 0 to value 100. So 100 represent, in my case, 250 degree Fahrenheit, and 0 represents 0 degree Fahrenheit. Okay, in this case, in this scenario, and we have to extend it, the range, and put because more than 255, and this is the extended engineering unit range, and lower than -5, that means it's a wrong value or bad value. You can make it generate an alarm. So make sure that the scaling is right, and this is why maybe you have a bad value. Let me open the object viewer and I will show you how to make the difference. Now in heat exchanger, I'm showing here the scaled value, and in simulator here I'm showing the raw value. So if the raw value is right, check the scale value and scale it from here, from what I show you right here. If there is an issue from this value, you have to check the PLC. I hope I covered. In case you have more question about it, or this configuration is 100% right, I really recommend to contact AITS support, our support. And the guys are very expert in it. Yep.
Okay, Munzer, we just maybe can have one or two more questions. Okay, so the first one is simple. Someone is asking, he's receiving an error, operational error, conversion not supported. What does this error mean?
He receiving what? Is it mentioned where he received this kind of error?
Not really, no.
Okay, so this operational, can you repeat what is the name again, the whole question, please?
Operational error, conversion not supported.
Okay, operational error, conversion not supported. Actually, I'm not 100% sure about this type of error. But let's check. If you are facing an error, I'll give the hints, the general hints. You are facing the error and it's coming from here. from the deployment. So you have here warning, fail to, for example, fail to deploy platform. Or you have a different error that this error you can use it and check it from the log viewer. Look at the errors in log viewer. What I can recommend to do something. So here communication script timed out. Okay, copy this error and go to let's go to the support file. Let's go to support file, and here we can go for software support sp.aveva.com. You must have to register in this. This is very important, and it's the basic of all the knowledge. It's the knowledge center. It's the base knowledge center you have. So any error you have, just put it under search, and you might find the issue. You might find what's happening in here. Okay. So in my case, for example, the platform not exist or something. If we can search platform doesn't or doesn't reach, not exist, for example. Just copy paste as it is, supposed to be as it is, because you'll find many people are actually asking, especially if you find an FAQ, that means it's a common issue. Show platform does not exist. In here, when you open an FAQ, or you can find some people asking actually, there is some tech notes, or there is some people ask in the forum about it. Go for it. It's here blocked. And you might find the one who was asking for this question, or you might find someone answering him, or FAQ, or a tech note about it. So remove here, for example, platform management, remove the non-existing platform. That is the same one that I did exactly how to remove it. Okay. So those types of error, actually, this is how, if you're not 100% sure what's happening or the message is not clear, use the search engine. Didn't find your issue, please contact us, support@aitsmina.com. Any other question, please?
Let's take one last, please, Monzer, if you don't mind.
Yep.
Someone is saying, while deploying a platform, he's getting an error, platform startup failed. What's the solution to resolve this and deploy the platform?
Yes, exactly. Startup failed.
Yes.
I think here you have to make the same thing. Okay, it's a common issue, frequent answer question. Just open it, and here you'll find the solution. So let's wait for it.
Yeah, actually, we're receiving many other questions, but I believe we can even reply to all your questions by email, helping you to get all the details.
Yes, sure. So here, for platform startup fail, this is the error. This is what you have to do. Rename the file in the platform computer, blah, 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 etc. So just follow the solution.
Okay. Someone is asking as well, we can export all objects and import them into a new project. So what's the difference between this way and the back restore from SMC?
Yeah, that's a great question. Yes, you can export all the object and import them all. But if you want to export everything, including the libraries, the graphics, some imported scripts. So if you have you import some scripts, you have your own client control, how to restore everything. So you have to make a backup. You can export and import all the objects, but as I said, for example, if you have a script library or third-party script or anything you are using inside, it's not part of the object, it will not be exported. Only the object and the related thing will be exported with it, the graphics, but not everything. In case you want to export the whole galaxy, and this is better to export the whole galaxy as an entity, so do the backup restore part. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Munzer. I think we have to just close now. And if we receive any more questions, we will be answering it directly to the people. I want to thank everyone. Thank you, Munzer, first of all, and thank everyone for their participation and their attendance. We will send you the recording of this webinar soon, and we will be meeting you virtually again on the 6th of August with a new webinar topic. So till that time, have a nice weekend and stay safe. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Nader. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice weekend and keep safe.